Yes, sir. So today we will go with the parenting topic on how we can parent the current generation kids so that um, we make better generations. Is it fine, or do you want me to take anything related to education? I can do that as well.
Okay, sir. Proceed, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Jazakallah khair. So let me share my screen and let me know if you're able to see it. Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. So before I go ahead, I want a little bit of interaction from the teachers who are here and the parents and from the management team as well. So I'm going to share a story with all of you, and I want you all to listen to this story and comment your thoughts in the chat box. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So every time what I do is when I interact with a lot of parents and also with the teachers, I start with a story that has a message. So today also, I'm going to share with you a story shortly, and I would like to know your opinion about this story. You would have already heard it. Let's, get from the other perspective as well. All right. So there was a beggar who used to beg on the same street for a long period of time. Over the years, he has been begging because he's not able to see. And when we talk about the senses, right, we all have the five senses, right? The touch, the hear, the taste, the seeing, and the thinking part. So, when and if I have to tell you a fact, eyes is accountable for 70 percentage of these five senses because without eyes, the other four senses are not performing or do not perform to the best possible extent they can. So eyes accounts for 70 percentage. Else, the people will be dependent on other people, other sources for their daily routine. So this man says that I am blind, please help. There was a man passing by and he sees him and he could see that there were only, couple of coins lying in here and there, and this man is feeling helpless. So he thought, let me help him out by changing the way he's looking at things, or he wants other people to look at things. This is why, the teacher, the parent, the guardian, the guide plays an important role where we can think from a different perspective and try to change that situation. So what he does is he thinks of other way of looking at it, and he takes that board which is there and he writes. He, most of the time, understand that when we talk with human beings, emotions play a greater role. When we talk to other people, especially the students, or we are addressing a group of people, or suppose that this session is there and I'm talking to you, I need to talk in such a way that you are feeling that I am adding value to you or connecting to you emotionally so that you can get connect to what I'm trying to say, and the attention and the focus will be different, right? Now what happens is he says today is a beautiful day but I cannot see it. The idea of saying this is God has made our lives beautiful, and you are lucky enough to see it and feel it and be a part of it fully. Only those sentences, today is a beautiful day, but I cannot see it or I cannot see it, makes him realize that, oh my God, this person is blind and he cannot see it. But I am grateful enough so that I can see the beauties around me and I can give my best. What do you think the change in words and change in sentence here is playing a crucial role? And why do you think that it is important? And when you look at here, now the hat that he has or the basket which he's carrying is full of coins now, it's full of money. Earlier, the situation was this, it was almost empty and few coins laying here and there. But now when we look at the, hat seems to be full. So what's your opinion about this story? And then I'll also share my opinion about it. Yeah,
You can
we'll,
message also, you can talk also.
yeah, right. So
It
we'll
should
see
be
for,
more interactive.
correct, correct. Yeah. That's the most important thing. When we all interact, then only, the other people who are with us will be interacting as well. And I'll talk about one research part as well that can, open our mind with respect to our personal and professional life.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Salam, Nazmi
Uh,
Salam. Yeah.
yes, sir. So, as a teacher,
Mhm.
they should understand the students' level first. Up to
Right.
their level, the teacher should go down and teach them, and they have to tell the importance of education, and they have to guide them in that manner.
Correct. Right. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So now let's, as ma'am said, we all have to be little bit creative and we need to look for solutions that can help us out in bringing the best of what we are going to teach, right? So most of the time, what happens is we are into the uh, traditional aspect of how I'm going to take my classes, and these are the things that I need to complete on time. I have so many things to be complete, taking care of.
Like
Yes, yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, madam. Salam.
first we should plan our teachings. First we should plan, and then we should go to the class, and then we should teach the students in a correct way, sir.
Right, right. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for the update. So that is what we have to be, a little bit creative and see things from their perspective as well. So what I do is, I have been teaching since 2015, even though I started my career in 2012. I worked as a software engineer. Still, I work as a software engineer and also as a teacher and also as a trainer. So my idea when I talk to the students or address them or take them the classes, English, science. So my perspective is when I was a kid, I used to be curious. Sometimes I used to feel bored. Sometimes I'm excited. Sometimes I'm not interested. There are so many moods that switches when we are inside the classroom as participants, as passive listeners, or as students. That is why we need to feel the sense of interaction with the team, with the students, so that we get the best out of them. So I think myself from the student's perspective, and then I start picturizing or visualizing on how I'm going to interact with this particular topic so that I can gain the attention, pass on the knowledge, and see how in real time they will be able to use that knowledge, right? So that is why we all have to look for solutions and be creative. All right. So let me go to the next PPT for the day, which is about, recently, parenting challenges have been a lot, right? So to deal with this, even, as teachers, we all need to understand as well, even as, some of us may be parents as well, or guardians as well. So in today's world, many of us feel that parenting have become a challenging aspect. That can be because of, childcare, schooling, household chores, daily routines, finances, and work-life balance. In those days, the situation was different. When we were kids, or Salim Saab and the other senior people out in the room might be knowing, right? I used to live in a joint family till I was in primary. Fourth standard, fifth standard, tak we were in a joint family, and we used to have a lot of fun. And there will be, around four of my mom's siblings were together, and in my dadi's home, in my paternal grandmother home, there are, about six siblings together, including my dad, used to live together, and there were a number of kids. So when you look at my pupu, or my father's sister, she had six children, and all of them were boys. So that situation was different. Now imagine in today's time, a couple is having six children and all of them are boys. What would be the situation of the parents? And also, after a few years of her marriage, after 18, 20 years of her marriage, she was a single parent. And she managed to bring all of these six kids or six children of hers to such a position where they completed their education, they went into job, and two of them went into business, and they became successful. And believe me that in that single street, they used to have only one home, and in the same street now, the six brothers have six different home of theirs, and they are happily living with their families. The situation was different back then. Now the situation is different. Having six children inside your home, and the two, all of them are boys with the age gap of 1 or 2 years between them, is a challenging task. So आज के in today's time the situation is different. How can we make the situation better as a teacher, as a parent, as a guide, as a guardian, so that we take our community forward, we take this generation forward, and create individuals, build individuals who can be skilled, who can be equipped, who can be employable, who have a business mindset, and shape the world for the better, right? Okay. Some of the common issues in today's children: peer pressure, social status, substance abuse, mental health issues, eating disorder, aggressive behavior, concentration issues, lack of clarity and goals, risk of LGBTQ, decision making. There are other factors as well, but these are the common factors that the world is going through right now, and how we can make our children better by being with them, by hand holding them, by being their light in the darkness. Let's see that. Disruptive behavior of the child. Children have become unruly and tend to cause trouble more often than ever. They want to say no to everything that we want them to do sometimes, and they want to go in the opposite direction, or at least they say that I want to, I don't want to do it, I don't want to go there, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to be with them, I don't want to participate in that function. This is because of the distractive environment that is causing this behavior in them. They think that it is cool to not eat that, demand this, not go there, and uh, you know it happens because of the peace of mind and the relationship with themselves that they have. It's, our brain is similar to the brain of a chimpanzee. When we look at the structure, the neural pathways, and the neurons that is connected, is the structure is similar to a chimpanzee's brain, where it is not confined to one place and it is moving from one place to the other. Let me eat this food, let me play that game, let me call that friend, let me go out, right? These people are not suitable to be in my boundary. They feel like that. So what happens right now to a parent or to a teacher or to a guardian is the struggle between not letting go and letting them learn, right? The moment we let go is the moment we find freedom. Studies show that children who are allowed to struggle learn to deal with situations in the right way. Don't overfeed, don't spoon the children when they are growing, like 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. Abhi, the problem with the parents also is they pampers their children so much that they want to keep them with them all the time. They want them to keep them, make them feel with them. It goes on like that. So it is important that we understand that there are certain things that they can do from their side so that they become self-aware, self-independent, and take forward their ideas. Unfulfilled hopes and dreams. We know the movie of Three Idiots in Hindi and Nanban in Tamil, where the expectation from the parents right from the beginning is that my son is going to become an engineer, my daughter is going to become a teacher, right? He or she is going to be in the uh, research field. They want to become good scientist, and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that it is wrong to have those ideas or hopes and dreams, but majority of the expectations that we have from children are the ones that we were not able to fulfill in our lives. Our research shows that a parent wanted to be so and so, but he or she couldn't be because of the environmental factor, biological factor, societal factor. So that is why they are imposing those ideas to their children. Or it would have been too late when you realize that, yeah, this is what I wanted to become, but I became something else. Let my children become that. I'm not saying that it is wrong, but it is harmful when your children do not grasp that idea which you want them to become. Your dissatisfaction is visible to the eyes of your child and will only affect them negatively, making them distant. This is the expectations that we all have, right? Right from point A to point B, there will be a smooth road. But the reality is there is a lot of traffic, lot of ups and downs, lot of turning, lot of speed break, and then finally you reach your destination. So we need to be knowing this in advance that there will be struggles happening, right? Spending less time with your child is a problem these days, right? No matter what, the best can do to your child is to give them your time. That's all they need sometimes. I was reading a story on parenting wherein I found this interesting story, which was which is close to my heart, and I think of it every time. There was this gentleman who was working hard for the family. He was on his laptop and he was working. His 6-year-old daughter comes and says, Dad, I want to play with you. I want to spend time with you. Please come outside, we will play. Dad says, I'm really busy right now. Don't disturb me. You have been talking to me since 10-15 minutes continuously. I have a lot of work to be done. Please go out. Don't disturb me. The girl goes out, comes back after 10 minutes again. Dad, I'm feeling bored. I want your company. Please come outside. Mom is busy at her work. This man thinks I have to engage this girl somehow. तो वो क्या करते हैं ना कि there is a paper. Okay, there is a paper which is kept near to him. He takes that paper. What we can do is he scrambles the paper, right? Breaks it into pieces and shows it to the girl and says, "Go and make this paper as it was before, cleanly and neatly. The words, the sentences that are written, the picture that is there should be of the same, structure as it was before. Go and once you finish this, come back. Then I'll come and play with you." Now the girl goes outside, and within 10 minutes she comes back. She's just 6 years old. She comes back and says, "Dad, it is ready." Now when the man looks at it, the paper looks clean and neat as it was before. Then he asks her, "How did you make it right?" Because it was too difficult when we look at the paper and scramble it and break it into pieces and want to put it across correctly. Then the little girl says that there was a man face behind the paper. The paper was here. It was a newspaper. Assume that it was a newspaper. The texts were written here, but there was a man face at the back. She says, when I set the man right, when I made his face right, automatically the paper become right. Right. So the idea here is when you set the world right, you can see that we are getting into possible solutions. Now, most of the time, what happens is we blame others when there is a untoward situation happening. It is significant to accept difficulties while maintaining one's calms, as positivity quite often turns tables for good. There are two emotions that triggers in our body when we come across adversities, challenges, obstacles. One is the negative emotion, the other is the positive emotion. What happens is we need to train our mind and brain, and heart in such a way that it triggers the right emotion at the right time and you're not carried away by small things. I'll give you an example. You're a teacher teaching in a class. You are in the flow of teaching and you know that the students are interestingly listening to it. Then suddenly a boy or a girl shouts or screams or laughs loud, breaking that interruption. Automatically your reaction is you get angry and you say, who is that? Don't you know that I'm taking a class here? Have you come here for time pass? Is it the time to laugh? Suddenly the environment changes, your body reaction leads you to release cortisol, which makes you angry, and you lose that efficiency and the focus that you are working. Instead, the other way around is, please be quiet for some time. We are going through an important topic that is important for all of us. I want you to listen to it carefully, and then I'll give you 5 minutes back so that you can talk. And then you continue with that momentum. Both the reaction are yours, but the the way you reacted leads to change in the way you look at things. Right, so take the ownership and accountability of the things that goes around, and with that you will be able to do it. Okay, so now we will talk about we'll carry forward this discussion in the upcoming session as well. As of now, remember that these are all the parenting styles that we all go through. One is authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and uninvolved. Most of the parenting styles falls into this bucket. Okay, 5 core areas. When we look at today's world, the experts and the parenting coaches put them across in these 5 categories. Balance between life commitments and family time. Finding satisfaction with the family. Surviving and thriving during family change and crisis. Effective discipline strategies. Safe and wise use of technology. So the other factors, when you look at whatever comes to your mind, will be in one of these core areas. All right. So what happens here is that finding satisfaction with the family is really important. When you talk about, even in joking ways, this is what the scientists say, that in your mind you think, oh my God, what family is this? நம்ம family இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு, என்னோட spouse எனக்கு ரெஸ்பெக்ட் கொடுக்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. Or when you think about other families and compare your family to them with respect to your spouse or children, sorry, with respect to your spouse or children, saying that அவங்க நல்லா இருக்காங்க, நம்ம தான் இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, then what happens is that you lose that satisfaction. That is why whatever God has blessed you with, you need to feel satisfied, grateful, and take it forward as you move along. Okay. Okay. Now, old school parenting, modern parenting, old school teachers, new school teachers, old teachers and new teachers. How do we do it? Our idea is follow the rules, be disciplined, keep quiet, don't make noise. Relatives are here. I'm taking a class. Respect for elders. punishment when they, do something wrong. Judgment. நீ தான் இந்த மாதிரி இருக்க, அவங்க பாரு எப்படி இருக்காங்க, ஓ நீ இந்த மாதிரி படிச்சிருக்கியா அப்போனாக்கா நீ இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு we will take it out and focus only on the studies. Now what happens is, when you look at the modern parent, it is freedom with limits. You need to give them freedom, but you need to know the boundaries as well. How much they can talk about, how much they can be in their limits, right? Then is, instead of making them discipline, guide them better. Guidance. Talk to the children the stories of Sahabas, the stories of obedience, the story of respect, the story of akhlaq, right? Respect everyone, irrespective of only respecting the people who are in a good position, who are elders to us. It's not only for elders, right? Respect is for everyone. Then, instead of giving them punishment or reprimanding, solve problems. Be with them, right? A leader is the one who goes the way, who knows the way, and who shows the way, right? So only when you show them on how it has to be done, it will be easy for them to realize, and you become their role models and heroes. Then be empathetic, right? Empathy plays an important role. Showing kindness, being compassionate, forgiving nature. When you have that, you become an amazing individual. Last one is about the child's interest. Know what your children like, right? Talk to them. It's important that when you want to have your work done, it is important that you go in your children's zone and have it done. When I say, I have a 8-year-old son, if we give them some work, suddenly he's, playing or watching his tab or TV, and we ask him, me or my wife says him, go to the shop and buy this. Suddenly, if we say that, then he says, oh no, I'm busy right now. Don't tell me anything, I'll go later. But if we tell them that it is of their interest and how it is beneficial for them, they will be able to do it better. Now, when we talk about empathy, you all might have known about how empathy plays an important role. So, with this, what I will do is I'll stop here and we will do one activity on forgiveness, which is an NLP activity on forgiveness, and then we will wind up the session. Okay. I want all of you to sit straight. I'll, take it forward as these parts are already there. In the upcoming session, we'll try to cover it so that, we all become great parents, great teachers, and give our children the best that they deserve, right? Right now, stop till modern parenting, and then we'll continue in the next session, inshallah, maybe next week or the other week around. All right. Okay. So now I want all of you to sit straight. I'll stop sharing. Okay, sit straight. Your hands on your lap. All right, hands on your lap. Your head and face should be straight. This activity is called as forgiveness activity. Forgiveness. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to forgive all the people in our lives who have done us wrong, or who we think that they had done wrong to us. Because when you become pure, when you forgive people, when you embrace them as they are, things become easy, and believe me that your life is going to change. I did this when I did my training in the year 2018. And since then, when I sleep peacefully. When I talk to people, I talk to them with love. When I meet people who, would have done something wrong in the past, I meet them naturally in a neutral way, and I don't show it in my face or through my reaction or through my words. So now we are going to follow this activity. All right. Are you all with me? Say yes in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Only two people? All right. Okay. So let's get started with the topic. It's going to be interesting and you will feel light after this activity. Right? So your back should be straight, hands on your lap. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and follow the instructions that I say. Imagine yourself sitting in a beautiful garden. The garden is peaceful and you are alone in the garden. The air is fresh. You are feeling the air. You are feeling the fragrance of the flowers that are around. You feel calm. You feel good. Now, okay, sorry to interrupt. Salim Sam, can you put everyone on mute? I could see some background noise.
All of you mute yourself. All of you mute yourself. Jessima,
Sir,
Jessima, mute yourself. Zenith, all right. Okay, sir. All muted.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Now, okay, let's get back to the garden. You are there in the garden. The garden is peaceful. It's calm. The air is fresh, and you can smell the beautiful fragrance of the flower. You feel great. Oh my God, today is a beautiful day. And then you realize that something that is disturbing you in your mind and heart since a long time. That can be the bad experiences, the negative experiences that you have gone through in your life. Now you feel low. You feel like crying. You feel upset. You feel disturbed. The beauty of the present moment had been taken away by those experiences. Now you pray to God, saying, "Oh God, I was so calm and peaceful before 5 minutes, but now I am feeling low and I feel upset. I feel disturbing. Please help me out." Then you realize the moment you ask from the universe, from God, right? You realize that there were certain things that you have been doing that was disturbing you. Now it's the time that you forgive the people around. Imagine that you are sitting in a place and your loved ones and the people who caused you harm are there with you in the hall or in the garden that you are in. They all are smiling at you and you are smiling at them back. The moment seems to be very quiet and peaceful. Now look at the people who had done wrong to you in your life till now. That can be your parents, your siblings, your friends, your spouse, your children, your colleagues, your neighbors, and some random people who caused you trouble or you would have had the bad experiences. Now you could see that there are handful of people. There are 6 people, 8 people, 10 people, maybe more, or maybe less. You see them. They are smiling at you, right? And you are smiling at them back. The moment you smile at them back, they start feeling that you are friendly and you are approachable, you are adjustable person. Now, what you do is from your heart and mind, you say that I forgive you. Please forgive me. I forgive you. Please forgive me. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Because the way you think that someone has done wrong to you, the other person would also be thinking that you have done wrong to them. So forgive yourself now. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. And there is this beautiful Japanese technique called as Ho'oponoponopo. It says that when you repeat these four statements on a daily basis, what happens is you feel better as a person. The four statements are: I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. When you repeat these sentences and imagine those people who have done wrong to you and the people who have done good to you, you are grateful for them, your life becomes amazing. Now be there, keep closing your eyes, repeat these sentences after me in your mind and in your heart. I forgive myself. I forgive the people who have done wrong to me. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Right. Open your eyes. Come back to the session. Thank you so much, and please forgive me for taking much of your time. It was intended to be 7:30, but as I joined late because of the health issues, I couldn't finish it on time. So thank you so much, Salim sir, for the opportunity. Thanks to all the teachers. I really appreciate the way you all show up for the 6:30 meeting, even though the meeting is at 6:30 and it is on a Saturday, but you all still show up. I could see that there are more than 50 people, 60 people, 70 people joining for the meeting. So I congratulate the team and wish everyone good luck. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you,
Assalamualaikum.
sir. Thank you, sir. It's
Over
very
to you, Salim.
mindful and peaceful, sir.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you,
many
sir.
thanks. Yes, so many thanks are coming because of very handsome personality like Mr. Aleem is telling to forgive everyone who has done wrong to you. Then everyone is tempted to forgive. So we have forgiven all the bad deeds of our friends, relatives, and others, and now we are much lighter than before. So thank you very much, Janab,
You're welcome,
Aleem
sir.
Sahab.
Yeah,
Very
Jazakallah. Yeah,
very activity filled demonstration you are given. Though you are not well, and still you have done a very best thing for us. And the reaction from the audience itself shows that they have enjoyed your program and they will, it is very useful to them. And
great, sir.
particularly, the previous speaker also tells to have control on us. And you told whatever they have done, we have to forgive them. And then we will be lighter and lighter, and we can fly and enjoy the garden and the beauty around us. Thank you very much. With this, the
Thank you, sir.
program comes to an end. Tomorrow again, we will be meeting early morning, 6:30. Inshallah, Imam Shafi school staff is there. Though tomorrow they are having annual day, and still the attendance is full. Imam Shafi from Adirampattinam, and we are having Safa Arni school teachers also continuously. They are participating, and we have already we are having batch 7 and batch 6 BSS is trainee teachers. Still more, these training teachers must put in the group itself that the program was very excellent, very useful. Then others will be attracted.
Sir,
Similarly, all other teachers also should
I
put
need the letter from the school, sir.
it. So with this, the program comes to end. Anything you ask me individually.
Excuse me, sir.
No, not here. At
Sir,
the,
excuse me, sir.
with this, the program ends. Subhanallah, bihamdih, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, subhanallah ilaha illa